வந்து சார் சார் இது ரிவர்ஸ் கேமரால வருது. சார்
ஸ்டேஜ்ல ஒருத்தர் நின்றுட்டாரா? ஓகே,
பட் ரிவர்ஸ் கேமரால வருது சார்.
ரிவர்ஸ் கேமரா
நீங்க பாருங்க, ஆக்சுவலி பின்னால சங்கரா படம் பின்னால ரிவர்ஸ்ல வருது. உல்டாவே வருது சார் கேமரா.
இல்ல கரெக்ட்டா வருது. லைவ்ல கரெக்ட்டா.
அப்படிங்களா சார்?
நீங்க யூடியூப்ல சங்கரா ஃபவுண்டேஷன் போய் பாருங்க, அதுல கரெக்ட்டா இருக்கு.
சார் பேசுறது கேக்குதான்னு பார்க்கலாமா சார் மைக்ல? மைக் கொடு. மைக் மாத்தாடு. சங்கரா ஃபவுண்டேஷன் சார். மாத்தாடு. அதோட அவுட்புட் இருக்கு. மைக் இது. பேசுற மைக் இது அவுட்புட் இருக்கு. இல்ல ரெக்கார்ட். இல்ல பேசுறது. சாரிட்டி சார். அங்க அவுட் இருக்கு. மாத்தாடு. மாத்தாடு. கேக்குது சார். கேமரா ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಲೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಲೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕಾ? இப்போ நான் ஆஃப் பண்ணலாம். இப்போ பாருங்க. அது அப்படியே தான்
சார்.
ப்ரொஜெக்டர் யூஸ் பண்ணுறதுல
ப்ரொஜெக்டர் போட்டால் வராது இல்லை.
இல்லை ப்ரொஜெக்டர் போட்டு யூஸே பண்ணுறது
இப்போ யூஸ் பண்ணுறது அவுட் எடுக்க முடியாது ப்ரொஜெக்டரில். ஏன்னா இதுதான்
இப்போ இதுதான் மெயின். அது ஆஃப் பண்ணிவிடுங்க ப்ரொஜெக்டர்.
கேட்குறேன் சார். 11 to 12 1 12 to 1 ஆமாம். இப்போ அதுக்கப்புறம் 2 to 3. சரி சார். ஓகே இப்போ லெவலில் இருக்கு சார். இன்னொரு லேப்டாப் இருக்கு.
இந்த ப்ரொஜெக்ட் ட்ராப் பண்ணிடுச்சு. அதை யூஸ் பண்ணுறது ஓகே. ஆஃப் பண்ணிடுறேன்.
சரி.
கிளாரிட்டி ஓகே இல்லை லைட் யூஸ் பண்ணுறேன்?
கிளாரிட்டி இல்லை சார்.
சரி பார்க்கலாம். பிரெயின் சார் ஓகேங்களா? ஆ
லைட் ஆஃப் பண்ண சொல்லிட்டா முன்னாடி?
இல்லை இது போதுங்க.
இல்ல அங்க லைட்
லைட் இருந்தால் லைட் இருந்தால் தான் உங்களுக்கு கிளாரிட்டி.
இங்க பாருங்களேன்.
சார் ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருக்கு, ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருக்கு. ஓகேங்களா? இப்போ பாருங்க எவ்வளோ கிளியரா இருக்கு. ஓகே இல்லை இல்லை இங்கே ஒன்றும் இல்லைங்க. நீங்கள் ஒரு அவுட்புட் பண்ணுங்க. ஜூம் பண்ண அப்படியே தான் வரும். பட் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணணும். ஆனால் பட் கேலண்ட் எங்கே பாருங்க எப்படி 720 தான் ஓடுது. MHD தான் ஓடுது.
சொல்லுங்க சார். இப்போ அன்மியூட் பண்ணிருக்கு. அன்மியூட் பண்ணிருக்கு சார். ஆமா ஆமா ஆமா. சரி. அங்கே இருக்கா அது போயிடுச்சுனாக்கா இல்ல சார்ஜ் இருக்கு
உங்களுக்கு அப்படியே சார் வரும் ஃபோனில்.
ஆமா இது கேம்ல நல்ல கிளாரிட்டியா இருக்கு கேம்ல நல்ல கிளாரிட்டியா இருக்கு சார் அங்க ஸ்ட்ரீமிங்ல மட்டும் தான் கிளாரிட்டி கம்மியா இருக்கு சார் ஸ்ட்ரீமிங் இல்ல நான் இப்ப பார்த்துட்டேன் ஸ்ட்ரீமிங்ல மட்டும் தான் கிளாரிட்டி கம்மியா இருக்கு இதுல கிளாரிட்டி நல்லா தான் இருக்கு கேமரால ஆமா இப்போ நான் கேமரா இங்க காமிச்சுங்கிறேன் சார் அப்படியே இருங்க லைன்ல இந்த ஒரு வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ற பாருங்க சார் சார் கேமரா ரொட்டேட் பண்ணலாம் அதான் ஸ்ட்ரீமிங் மட்டும் தான் பிளரா போகுது சார் இங்க கிளாரிட்டி இருக்கு இதுல லாஸ்ட் மாதிரி இல்லை டேரக்ட் யூடியூப்ல கொடுத்துருங்க பட் இது ஸ்ட்ரீம்ல இருந்து போறது நாங்க பாடி கரெக்டா
ஜூம் பண்ணிட்டீங்களா இல்லை பண்ணிக்கிறேன் இப்போ யா ஜூம் அவுட்ல இருக்கு சேஞ்ச் பண்ணுறேன் ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮದು ಬಂದು ಸೋನಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, 108 5 ಆ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನೀವು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೋಡಿ ಹಿಂಗಿದೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ.
कनेक्ट कर टीम्स कनेक्ट कर टीम्स कॉल करेंगे सर कॉल कॉल बैक
சிஸ்டம் ஆக்சஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா?
நீங்க கண்ட்ரோல் கொடுங்க சார்.
அது எப்படி
சார் நீங்க அந்த ப்ரௌசர்ல ஓபன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா இல்ல இதுல ப்ரௌசர்ல ஓபன் பண்ணிக்க வராது சார். நீங்க உங்க அப்ளிகேஷன்ல ஓபன் பண்ணீங்கன்னா கண்ட்ரோல் யூடியூப்ல இருக்கும்.
யூடியூப் ஸ்டுடியோ
Shidhar X2 sir.
low vision events button. Wait.
Sir call இந்த ஷார்ட்ல கால் கட் பண்ணுவா.
இல்ல low vision events button.
Yes, I told you.
Next person. Streaming software it can be. Next. இது வேற next. Next. Take a time. Why you see the website? Why you see the website? Go live.
சார் இந்த கேமரா யூஸ் இருக்குல்ல சார் அதனால பட் இது சுத்துதுங்க சார் கோயிங் லைவ்ன்றது இன்னும் சுத்திட்டே தான் இருக்கு. அது ஸ்டாப் ஆகும். சரி சார் இது க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அதான் சார்
ஸ்ட்ரீமிங் சாங்ல லைவ் பண்ணிப்பாரு. அதே இது கிரியேட் பண்ணி இருக்காங்க.
வெப்கம் வேற ஸ்ட்ரீம் போடலாம்ல
ஷெட்யூல் ஸ்ட்ரீம் நம்ம இது ஷெட்யூல் ஸ்ட்ரீம்
Matter experts who might help to define and to tackle two major
Information management. Yes. Streaming software,
ஸ்ட்ரீம் சாஃப்ட்வேர்
அப்படியே
நோ ஃபார்
next. Next.
ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் பீஸ்
Next.
done sir
table. Greetings. Visionade warmly welcome.
also hello auditorium ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ बोल चलो से देख लो बहुत से रखते अच्छा वाला कड़क वाला पीने के लिए पानी हाँ सर आपके मोटर में सर ओके सर योर चैनल
कॉलेज में छोटा बच्चे भी होंगे काम कॉलेज में खिलाफ
राइट साइड है सर
Settings camera resolution
அதுக்கு மேல இல்லையா சார் அது வர மாட்டேங்குது 720 is the last. And back a little. Sir? Full identification ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಇದೆ 720 ಇದೆ ಕೊಡಿ USB USB da ஆமா சார் அது USB 2.0ன்றது லேப்டாப் வரும் Sir? Leon, sir.
Hello, how can I help you?
Camera பண்ணி zoom in பண்ணுங்க சார். கொஞ்சம் zoom in பண்ணுங்க.
சரி சார் பிளட்
கொஞ்சம் zoom in பண்ணுங்க. भैया बोलेगा क्या करना टेबल निकालता हूँ
போதுங்களா
सर போதுமா zoom out பண்ணிடவா
zoom out ஓகே
ஓகே சார் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் zoom out சார் ரொம்ப zoom out ஆயிடுச்சு சார்
போதுங்களா
ஓகே சார் லிட்டில் zooming கொஞ்சம்
இருங்க ஒரே நிமிஷம் இவ்வளோ போதுங்களா
ஓகே மேடம்
சரி ஒரு அப்படியே தான் பண்ணிக்கிறீங்களா ஒரு அப்படியே பண்ணிக்கோங்களா
ரொட்டேட் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க
சரி சார்.
लिंक है कौन शेयर कर लिंक शेयर सेटिंग
So for half an hour, now as soon as the talk is done, I have to rush it to do some errands and pack up. I have like going but also there was some maybe the order was I did it I did not close my
Yeah.
you have one. So whatever you've done, that's what.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ
And so just, I mean, it's going to be a little bit hurry, so but I'll call you later. We can have a bit of a hurry. Yes. See you soon. Mic check.
ಇದು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆಡಿಯೋ.
I want to do a demo. Do a demo.
SCB events ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ವೈಫೈ ಡಿಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? T is only T. T is a T.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್
ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
The founders of Vision and also the volunteer executive. It's a pleasure.
Nice. Yeah, meet you and say to have you. It's a pleasure to be here and interact. Pleasure. One second. Couple of them are stuck up. Where are your
We are in Boston. Actually, we are like, so as soon as the walk is over, we'll be going and packing our bags and leaving. So,
your
the US citizens who are staying there, we are going, they don't work full-time jobs in different areas. And we do the missionary work as volunteers. So we have a foundation to raise the money. We send it to India, and all of it. So missionary India team is based on
It's its own charitable society as well as the initiative is also a non-profit India's recognized charity.
He was in charge of doing all these programs.
Miss Devi Kumar is the
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Mr. Leo Nelson is the executive director. He is based in Chennai. They couldn't join us here because it was not planned at the last minute. So I was here for 1 day. I told Devi I'm available. She can recommend another and even she did place on last week. I got here for 2 weeks. So we actually came first to Bangalore a couple of days back. Then we launched a new center with a new person. One center in Hyderabad,
CBI Center, Patna Vision Impairment Center at both Bhubaneswar as well as in Vizag. And then we have another center at for the low vision rehabilitation in Hyderabad. And India, then the next year, it's something like that in Kolkata as well as in
talks a
Chennai.
little bit about vision.
Yeah, with voluntary health services in Chennai. Then I've been all Coimbatore, Madurai, Tirunelveli, Pondicherry, Tirupati. So we have the Delhi, then we have shop champion. And then Pune with Community Outreach Foundation.
That will go over in that area.
Correct, and
Very good job. We have another afternoon.
wonderful.
I was very good. Going out with a lot of programs with our van. Go and leave. But then people can't come to me.
Correct.
Oh,
Nice.
go there, people training there, do the screening there, do the evaluation there, do the monitoring there.
So all over Karnataka or
We can around.
Sure, Tanama.
Do we get good also make fun? I want to go and do it. Anywhere. Give you a point. Children's training program. Routine and then we do. We make official sanctions for it. So they have, so the government is rolling out a lot of things. They don't want to clash.
okay.
And they also have to, It's a national program and then it flows down to the state.
Okay.
They have their own program. And so then they don't want any overlap, they don't want any interaction. And there are different NGOs taking over each other's roles. So it was, the act of doing good is becoming very challenging. Yeah, yeah.
Nowadays cards are getting out of fashion.
But no, in fact, I avoid
They are always looking for good cards.
After which there was a large gap of about a year and a half. We have fund also, Nathan Jan. Now we have fund. We take out a proposal, send it to various people, then they if we do all our CSR proposals, they will get it.
You can send it to us.
Yes.
ಎರಡು ಆಫರಿದೆ ಆದರೂ ಆಡಿಯೋ
ಇದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
Progress of the other. And then I will
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's a fantastic day to come together for the cause that truly matters, breaking barriers and unlocking potential. Welcome to Accessible Careers, Breaking Barriers and Unlocking Potential. Today, we are here not just to listen, but to ignite change, open doors to new possibilities, and celebrate the limitless potential within every individual. Get ready for an inspiring journey to get powerful insights, engaging discussions, and eye-opening demonstrations that will leave you motivated and empowered. Let's dive right into this event, an unforgettable experience. To begin this special event, we would like to call upon for the lightning ceremony. As we light this lamp, let's symbolize the power of knowledge, inclusion, and opportunity. Just as a single flame can illuminate darkness. May this event spark new ideas, break barriers, and make a successful career for all of us. So, we may like to invite you to light the lamp. First, we like to invite Ramakrishnan sir, the unit head, and one of the visually impaired, Bhuvneshwari.
Sir, please.
Light many lamps.
Sir. Sir.
Thank you. Now to set the tone of this meaningful gathering, I invite Lieutenant Colonel Guru Prasad sir, our unit head, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Danika. Good morning to all of you. On behalf of Shankara Eye Hospital, Bangalore, I extend my cordial invitation and a cordial welcome to all those of you who have taken time to be here to attend this very important and special event. As you all know, Shankara Eye Hospital is involved in a range of activities to provide vision to those to whom it is not available. We reach out to people who are not close to us. We move into villages, we move into remote areas and conduct gift of vision programs. And for those patients coming here all the way from the long distances to our facility here in Bangalore, we extend a wide range of services. So vision rehabilitation is one of our major activities. And towards that end, we have a range of activities, including screening of visually impaired individuals, children, adolescents, and elderly people. And we try our best to, accommodate them, and we try to, assimilate them into our normal life. We have also done some path-breaking surgeries here, which has given vision to many people, and we have at least got them out of at least temporary blindness or permanent blindness into some kind of a situation where they can lead a very dignified and involved life. So with that, I would like to invite all of you to this function. It's my honor to welcome you all to this momentum occasion as we celebrate Low Vision Awareness Month. This is one of the events that we have lined up for this month, in which we are performing a whole lot of vision awareness activities. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed partners, Vision A and ST Technologies. Their unwavering support in making this event a reality. Your commitment to empowering individuals with visual impairments is truly commendable. Thank you, sir. Today's event is a testament to our collective efforts to promote inclusivity, and accessibility in the workforce. The Department of Vision Rehabilitation at Shankara Eye Hospital is dedicated to enabling individuals with low vision and visual impairments to reach their full potential. We believe that every individual, regardless of their visual ability, deserves equal opportunities to succeed and contribute to society in some way or the other. This event is a crucial step towards breaking down barriers and challenging stereotypes that often hinder the growth of visually impaired individuals. Our esteemed guest speakers are pioneers in their respective fields, and we are honored to have them share their valuable insights and experience with us. Firstly, we have Mr. Ramakrishna and Mrs. Revati Ramakrishna with us here. Mr. Ramakrishna is a volunteer executive director of Vision Aid with over 30 years of expertise in advanced IT. Mr. Ramakrishna has been instrumental in developing accessible technologies and has transformed the lives of the countless. A hearty welcome to you, sir. And his passion for volunteering and commitment to social cause is truly inspiring. We had lined up a couple of other guests who have still not arrived owing to our issues with the Bangalore traffic, which I don't need to speak much about. I will just tell you briefly about them, and they will be joining us as soon as the Bangalore traffic lets them get through. We'll be having here with us Mr. Ramu Muthangi, who is the CEO of SHG Technologies Private Limited. His innovative designs have impacted over 6,000 visually impaired individuals, empowering them to lead independent lives. His dedication to creating accessible devices is a testament to his commitment to social responsibility. We'll also be having with us Dr. Radhip Manmani, a renowned motivational keynote speaker, who will be sharing his thoughts on confidence building in career growth. Mr. Manmani's expertise in motivational speaking has inspired countless individuals to overcome obstacles and achieve their goals. Last but not the least, I'm happy to welcome all our precious audience who have taken time out from their very busy schedules to attend the resourceful event, and I'm sure you will be going back from here carrying a lot of important lessons. Throughout this event, we will be exploring strategies to promote accessible areas, breaking barriers, and unlocking the potential of individuals with visual impairments. Thank you once again for joining us. Let us make today a stepping stone towards its brighter and more inclusive future. With that, I would request Mr. Ramakrishna to come over and take
Good morning, friends. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, Lieutenant Colonel Guru Prasad, Mrs. Anita, and the entire Shankara Hospital team, thank you for the warm hospitality and for inviting us to be here at this very important event, Breaking Barriers. I love the name, love the theme. It's an honor for us to be here. We are here from Boston, USA. Revati and I are here on a 2-week trip. We live in the US. And today is the last day of our trip. Shortly after the trip, we will be heading home, packing our bags, and getting on a flight. So this is a wonderful for us to be here as the last stop. So the topic today, which Mrs. Anita requested me to talk about, is how we are applying advanced technology. So most of my talk is going to be about technologies like AI, augmented reality, and how we are bringing digital magnification, smartphones, and so on at Vision Aid, and how we can also bring them to Shankara Hospital and patients and beneficiaries here as well in the future. But before I jump into that part of the talk, I want to briefly introduce Vision Aid. Many of you may not have heard about Vision Aid, and so I thought I'll spend a few minutes just talking about Vision Aid, and then we'll get into the technology part of the talk. So if you can bring up the slides. I don't need to can you touch it?
Yes. Got it.
Or just a hand.
No, whatever it is.
So you
check for the mic.
hello. Okay, so we can go to the next slide. So today's talk is about how we are applying advanced technologies, but I'll spend a few minutes just introducing Vision 8 in case you don't know what Vision 8 is and what we are doing. Because it is important to understand the model of Vision 8, because the way our model and our programs run has a very direct relationship to how our technology programs work. So the two are very interrelated, and it's important to understand what is Vision 8, what is our model, and then we will get into the technology. So Vision 8's model is to enable, educate, and empower persons who are visually impaired so that they can live with independence and dignity. The way we do this is that we offer a range of programs and resources at resource centers throughout India. So we have around 50 locations across India where we are running programs, and I'll get into the details of that. But in addition to that, we have online programs as well. Next slide. So when we talk about Vision 8, what exactly is Vision 8? So Vision 8 is a large and collective effort actually. It's almost, we often refer to it as a Vision 8 family. So in the US, we have about 35 board members. All of them, including Revati and myself, are volunteers. We all work full-time jobs. We have many leading ophthalmologists, optometrists, researchers, as well as people from the management, and leadership industry. Our president is Mr. Lalit Sudan, and our chairman and vice chair, Mr. Gurandang, Mrs. Veena Handa. They're all experts in their field. So we have a collective group of about 35 members in Vision 8 US. In India, we have again all volunteer-run leadership team, which is board members, around 9 of them. You can see on the right. In India, we also have a capable and competent team. About 50 people work for Vision 8, either as part-time or full-time. And we have a large bunch of volunteers, and we have a big partner network. Actually, what we do is that instead of trying to do everything ourselves, we try to find good partners and help them to build capacity and work with them. So this collectively is the Vision 8 family. It's, if I begin to count all the volunteers, partners, team members, it's several hundred actually, probably 300 or 400 people are working on Vision 8 programs. Next. So this is our Vision 8 model. So we have over the years, Vision 8 was founded about 20 years ago, 2004. So last year we celebrated our 20th anniversary. So over the years, we tried many different programs to see which programs work, which doesn't work. So this model is kind of our current collection of programs, and it evolves over time. So, I think that you were talking, sir, about how we are doing low vision and evaluation, and Mrs. Anita also mentioned that they are doing low vision evaluation. So low vision evaluation, providing support for infants and children, orientation and mobility, assistive devices and technology, and then a whole bunch of training programs, as well as research development and innovative programs. We invest a lot in bringing affordable assistive technology to the visually impaired in India. Next. So these are our kind of our partners. So we partner with eye hospitals. We currently have about 20 eye hospitals in India who are within our partner network. We partner with blind schools, about 30 blind schools. We also partner with community organizations who are involved with vision impairment and programs, like organizations like the Rotary. So last month in Andhra Pradesh, about 1,200 people got together in the Rotary Andhra Pradesh district conference where Vision 8 was featured as a main project, and we are partnering with them. So we look for like-minded organizations. We also run a lot of programs online, about 12 different programs. Next. So currently that's our map, and we are serving about 30,000 people a year in about 50 locations across India. Our target in the next 3 years is to reach 100,000 people. So every year the numbers keep going up a little bit. When we first started, we were just reaching a few hundred people in my hometown in Vizag. So Revati and I worked with my family, and we started our very first center in Vision 8 in Vizag. And over the years now it has grown, and it has spread the wings, and we are reaching many partners. Next. So I'll get into now the advanced technologies and how we are applying. But before we do that, may I request you to just play the short video and then we'll get into it. We have about a 5-minute video. I just like to play the video because that sets the context for the rest of the talk.
Listeners, due to this short overview introducing our team and our programs, which are changing the lives of the visually impaired across India. VisionAid's mission is to enable, educate and empower the visually impaired to help them live with independence and dignity. The VisionAid leadership team thanks you for joining us in this journey. Our team includes a panel of renowned subject matter experts who have helped to define a holistic model of vision rehabilitation with inputs from many of our leading partners. The VisionAid model includes programs which fall into 3 focus areas. The first focus area is our enabling programs, which include early intervention for children, cortical cerebral vision impairment or CVI programs, low vision screening, assistive devices and technologies, as well as orientation and mobility training. The second focus area is our education programs, which includes over 12 specialized digital literacy training and employment-oriented training programs. The third focus area is empowering, which includes advocacy, outreach and counseling for the visually impaired and their families. VisionAid's journey began in 2004 with programs running in one center in Visakhapatnam, India. Today, our programs are impacting the lives of the visually impaired in 50 locations across India, and this number keeps growing.
Your unwavering commitment has profoundly impacted countless lives, bringing hope and independence to the many. We are delighted to celebrate our invariable partnership with VisionAid, which has not only helped us amplifying our reach, enhance the quality of care and support, but also foster inclusivity and independence among persons with vision impairment.
The area that you have chosen to provide service is unique because there are not many organizations around the world who are focused on the problem of irreversible vision loss, a problem that affects millions of people around the world. We at L.V. Prasad Eye Institute are delighted to have your partnership in this effort to make these people realize their full potential through appropriate rehabilitation programs. Congratulations again.
On behalf of Shankar Netwala and the team of Elite School of Optometry, I congratulate VisionAid for this milestone of achieving 20 years service to the low vision needs.
We are very pleased to partner with VisionAid for serving the visually impaired in Delhi and other parts of North India.
From the early days, VisionAid has been looking for innovative ways to level the playing field for the visually impaired. Even back in 2007, our camera mouse was recognized by the Indian Ministry of Science and Technology as one of the top 60 technology innovations in 60 years of India's independence. And this journey of innovation continues today with our AI-powered smart vision glasses in partnership with SHG Technologies, tactile braille books in partnership with Raised Lines Foundation, affordable portable digital magnifiers in partnership with Orbit Technologies, and our digital accessibility testing and training center. In our 20 years of service, we've had the opportunity to serve over 100,000 visually impaired across India. Let's hear from just a few of them.
My journey started with VisionAid from 2019, where I lost my vision due to retinal detachment. I was passionate towards computer programming, so VisionAid helped me to learn Python and that's very freedom.
I would like to thank VisionAid for giving me the platform to run and wings to fly.
VisionAid का मेरे ऊपर पूरा सपोर्ट था और VisionAid का इसीलिए मैं दिल से धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. to attend this course. And thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with me. Thank you so much.
Since its inception, VisionAid's efforts have been recognized with several prestigious national and international awards, including the Non-Profit Organization of the Year Award in the 2024 New England Choice Awards and prior awards from Harvard University, NASCO, and the Rockefeller Foundation, among others. As we look to the future, with your support, we aim to reach another 100,000 visually impaired across India in the next 3 years. We also plan to tackle 2 major new frontiers. Cortical cerebral visual impairment or CVI, which is the leading cause of childhood blindness, and application of AI and other leading edge technologies which can help level the playing field for the visually impaired in India. The work VisionAid does would not be possible without the support of our donors. We are very grateful for the generosity of each and every donor. The work we do would not be possible without you. We are also deeply grateful for our amazing family of VisionAid volunteers, team members and partners, both in the US and in India. Thank you all for being part of our growing VisionAid family.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So now I'll transition to the second part of the talk. As you could hear, we were one of the big focus areas. We have 2 focus areas this year and the next 3 years. One is CVI, helping children with cortical visual impairment. Actually, Revati and I were in Bhubaneswar, where we just launched a new CVI resource center in LV Prasad campus in Bhubaneswar. Another focus area is application of AI and advanced technologies to help the visually impaired. While there are many great developments in the West and outside of India, many of them are extremely expensive technologies. And so one of the focus areas is not just bringing the best technology, but also how to make it as affordable as possible. Technology is not cheap, innovation is not cheap. People have to spend a lot of effort and time in researching, prototyping, testing. So in order to be sustainable, it's going to cost something, but we wanted to make it within reach. First of all, by driving down the price as much as we can. And secondly, by doing fundraising. So we actually do a lot of fundraising for technology-based devices so that we can make technology solutions available to people in India through our partner network. And we'll be happy to collaborate with Shankara Hospital as well in the future if you have an interest in deploying technology into your programs. So let's go to the next slide. So as you know, our programs are Enable, Educate and Empower. So I'll first talk about within the Enable programs, what we are doing with technology. So I think that many of you who are involved with low vision clinics or rehabilitation, for almost the first 20 years, what we were seeing is the approach tends to be optical. So people are given things like dome magnifiers, which they can place on a piece of text and read it, or they wear telescopes so that they can see distant objects. And optical devices have their own advantages because they are inexpensive, they're easy to carry around, you don't need a battery to charge it, but they also have limitations. So if you give a child a dome magnifier to read a book in school, they have to keep the dome magnifier on a piece of paper and come very close to it to read it, because that's one of the limitations of optical devices is because of the focal length. It's not always the most convenient and easy to use. Similarly, with the telescope, you have to hold up the telescope like this and peer at objects to do spotting. And we still, across our programs, we are still prescribing optical devices. But we also wanted to see that, okay, there's so much technology coming. How can we actually leverage technology? So we looked at the whole range of technologies, and what we are currently focusing on is for people who are completely visually impaired, who have very little or no vision, we are focusing on smart glasses. Smart glasses are basically a pair of glasses you wear. It has AI built into it. It can recognize all the objects, and it can help the users to read. It can help them recognize faces. It can help them to see the surroundings around them. And it can also help them to navigate to some extent. So that is one area where we partnered with SHG Technologies. Mr. Mutake is going to be here shortly, and you'll be hearing from him. So about 4 years back, we made an investment in SHG Technologies to bring the first smart vision glass to the Indian market. So Mr. Motangi actually approached us and said that I want to bring this, I have a pilot, I have an idea, a prototype. So we evaluated it, and, we did some fundraising, and we actually invested sufficient money so that we could bring the first Smart Vision class. This was about 3.5 years back. So since then, it has been a journey. There have been about 6 different products. I think we are currently on version 6. Almost every 6 months, they come out with a new version. Even now, today, they are working on a new version, which I'm sure Ramu will talk about when he comes here. So it has been a journey. And there's a saying in English that let not the perfect be the enemy of the world. So sometimes what happens is that we always want a perfect solution, and it's difficult to bring a perfect solution. So our philosophy in Vision Aid is the solution may not be perfect, but it's good enough. So we are looking for a minimum viable product. And our goal was to bring the product at 10% of the cost of devices available outside of India. So currently, the best known device like this, like Smart Vision Glass, is called Orcan. And my understanding, it sells for about $3,500 to $4,000 US per piece. That is out of the reach of even people living in the US. Forget about India. So you can imagine if a device is costing $4,000, that's exorbitantly expensive. It's running into 3.5 to 4 lakhs. So it's very, very expensive. So we gave a challenge to SAG that you have to bring this at 10% of the cost. So if it's 3.5 lakhs there, let us see whether we can bring it under 35,000 rupees over here in the Indian market. So they brought out the first device which was successful, it met the minimum viable requirements. And then so we funded it, brought it to the market. And ever since then, I congratulate the SAG team that every 6 months they bring out a new product. They take a lot of feedback. So we actually send it across all our partner networks. Everyone gives us feedback. We take all that feedback, roll it in, and we bring out the new device. So it has been a journey. So a lot of people, they want a perfect device, but they're not going to get to perfection. So it's going to be a journey. So if you look at where we are today in this AI journey, compared to where we were 3 years ago, it has been dramatic. Actually, I saw the very first SPG device about 3.5 years back. And when I look at it today, I can't even recognize that it's the same device. It has progressed so much. So just like technology keeps on moving so fast, so we are there with SAG and we support them, we partner with them, we fund several devices for people who are visually impaired. So in addition to supporting SAG, we also do the fundraising, and we are able to give these devices to the unaffording patients. So people who are from underprivileged backgrounds, whether they come to hospitals like Aravind or Shankar Netravaya or Shankar Eye Hospital, you can come to us and you can say that I have X number of patients and these people are from underprivileged backgrounds. I would like to support them. And so then you can come to us and then you give us a list of beneficiaries and our team will work with you. We will do the fundraising and we will bring the devices to provide. So that is the first device, which is Smart Vision Glasses. I think Ramo is going to do a demo of that maybe later. So I don't want to steal his thunder. Second device which we are bringing to the Indian market, which is less than 50% of the cost of the current prevailing models, is digital magnification. So a lot of people, when they read printed matter, especially students who are in schools, you are not allowed to carry smartphones. So teachers don't want you to bring smartphones into the class, especially if you are taking a test. You can't use your smartphone for magnification. So this portable digital magnifier is extremely useful for young children. And so we are actually currently we partnered with Orbit Technologies and we are bringing these devices at about 30 to 50% of the cost of the prevailing market. So these are also very useful devices. You can carry it in your pocket, you can charge it, the charge holds for many hours, and the screen sizes vary from 3.5 to 5 inches. And once again, here also we are doing fundraising, and if somebody can't afford the device, we help them out by giving a need-based assistance. So anywhere the price of the device, we leave it to the partners. Our partners are dispensing devices, some of them completely free of cost. If the patient is from very underprivileged backgrounds, they can't afford to pay anything. In some cases, they pay some, maybe 50% of the cost, 70% of the cost. So we leave it to the partners because most partners, they have their own systems of working with underprivileged patients and paying patients. Paying patients pay the full cost, non-paying patients pay a fraction of the cost. Then augmented reality is the new area we got into. So we are partnered with SAG Technologies. So Ramu and SAG are going to talk about that. So this is again a very revolutionary. So instead of holding a telescope to the eye and trying to read from a distance through a very narrow telescope which has a very limited field length, you put on this pair of glasses and it can make effectively a person with 20 by 200 or 20 by 400 vision see almost as if they're 20 by 20. So it's able to pull the object and the face close. If I'm standing here looking at the back of the room, I can zoom in and see the face of the person in the very last row, even if my vision is very poor. So it's actually a very powerful, exciting new frontier, just launched this year actually, about a month back. So I think Ramo is going to be talking about that. So these are the three areas which we are focusing on in the enable category. So if you have interest in these devices, please talk to our team. I think that Ms. Anita, you spoke with Devi, Uday Kumar, and you can talk with her, and she will be able to connect you with these resources. So we actually, part of our job, which Revati and I and the rest of the team are doing, we are doing fundraising so that this technology is accessible to everyone, even those who can't afford it. If somebody can't pay the full cost, we are here to help by subsidizing it by doing the fundraising. So you can talk to Devi, and of course the paying patients, we encourage the hospitals that if someone can afford it, then sell it to them at the full cost. Even that cost is 10% or a fraction of the cost of what's available. So that is in the enable category. Let's go to the next slide. So this is the list of training programs. We have about 12 training programs. Over 20 years, we have kind of narrowed down that these are the most useful programs. So the ones which are bolded are the ones which I want to talk about because they have a focus on technology. One is about mobile and smartphones. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. Then we are teaching people how to do programming in Python. So Python is a programming language, and you must have heard that a lot of people are using Python nowadays because using Python is like a very useful tool, because once you learn how to use Python, you have the full access to the power of AI. So we all use, I think many of you have used ChatGPT and you understand what it does. But imagine suppose you can go straight and talk into the core of the system, the AI systems, using these programming interfaces. So what we are teaching our students, we have 3 levels of programming. So we have the beginner, intermediate and advanced. So once the students go through and reach the advanced levels, they are capable enough to now write code which can take advantage of the AI. So I call the AI tools today is a superpower. It's actually a superpower for the visually impaired. So once you have AI in your fingertips, you can do anything. So really, literally, it can do anything for you. So it's like having an intelligent assistant next to you all the time to help you with everything. Whether it's seeing in front of you and describing what's in front of you, or reading a book, or giving you advice, or helping you to make travel plans, or giving you, even useful information about research and things like that. AI tools are very useful. And the pathway to become a power user of AI is learning Python. So we strongly encourage our students to learn Python. We start with a very simple, basic training programs in Python, take them to the intermediate level and the advanced level. So another very interesting program in the technology space is digital accessibility testing and training. So you might have heard of digital accessibility. A lot of people build websites, but these websites are not accessible to people with disabilities. So in order to make it accessible, developers have to take certain steps. Many of them don't take the steps. Simple example is we set up a website, it has an image, and if you don't put alt text in the image, a blind user who goes to the website and tries to read it with a screen reader, it will just say there is an image. So it won't actually describe what the image is showing. So what we are doing with this digital accessibility testing is scanning the website, understanding what are the digital accessibility issues, and pointing it out so that the developers and the companies which are putting on the websites can make it more accessible. So this is a training program which runs for 6 months. We actually just launched a center in Chennai last week, and there's going to be residential programs. People can come there, they provide scholarships, which includes board and lodging. So in Shankara Eye Hospital, if you have students or if you have patients who are looking for jobs, you can refer them to Visioning. They can come to Chennai, they can go to Vizag, they can go to Delhi. We have several places where they run residential programs. They can stay there for 3 months. We take care of the board and the lodging as well as the training. And at the end of that, we also have placement people who are looking for jobs, and place them in jobs. So this digital accessibility testing is another good frontier for us. We are finding last year that we had a 50% success rate in the job placements. So more than half of the students who went to the training got well-paying jobs in the industry. So this is a kind of an exciting area. We also introduced ChatGPT. So we're actually teaching people ChatGPT and how to use AI. And using ChatGPT is also, there are many tricks. There's a technique called prompt engineering. So if you know how to use prompt engineering, you can get very good, much better answers from ChatGPT or from AI tools. So our trainers are actually experts in AI. So you can encourage your patients to get in touch with us. We welcome them to join these programs. Most of the programs, other than the VAT program for which we charge a nominal fee, all the other programs are offered freely. So it's not a commercial operation. We are not trying to sell these courses. It's actually freely available. We want people to benefit from it and become independent. Next. So the third one is the third pillar. So I spoke about enable and educate. For the Empower, we find that the smartphone program is the most important program, because a smartphone is like your digital assistant which you can carry with you. Even before AI came, smartphones were useful because you could use it for GPS, you could use it to read your emails. They have built-in text-to-speech features. So many of the visually impaired people who are here, I'm sure you use your smartphones. But what I want you to think about today is look at AI tools. There are many AI tools, and I'm going to try to do a small demo here. So demos are always risky, but I'm going to take a try. So on my smartphone here, there are many AI apps. There's actually one popular app called Seeing AI, which you may have heard of. How many people have used Seeing AI? Can you raise your hand? Okay. So I think I would encourage all of you. It looks like not many people have used Seeing AI. So look for Seeing AI. It's a free app. You can download it. It can do a range of useful things for you. But I'll show you a simple demo of how to use AI tools on your mobile phone. So I'm going to use ChatGPT. So I myself have low vision actually. That's the reason I got into visioning. So my best corrected vision is 20/400 actually. It's even because of optic nerve atrophy. So a lot of times I have difficulty in reading printed material. So I'll show you how I use, what tools I use for AI. So this is a simple demo. I hope the demo works. So I just started the ChatGPT app. So I'm going to ask it a question. Hello. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. How can I help?
Okay, read the document which is in front of me.
I'm sorry, I can't read the document. If you need help with something specific, just let me know. It's okay. If you need help with anything else, feel free to ask.
Okay, there's a piece of paper in front of me. Please read out what's on the paper.
I can't read text from the paper. If you have any questions about it, feel free.
Sometimes demos don't go as planned. So I'm going to try it again. Hello.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Can you read the piece of paper in front of me?
I'm unable to read the text from the paper. If there's something specific you want to know, I'm here to help.
Okay, can you describe the scene in front of me?
Sure. It looks like you're in a room with people seated in rows, possibly attending a presentation or event. Let me know if you need more details.
Are you able to hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Is there
Okay, now give me a more detailed view of what I'm seeing. Can you describe the person sitting in the first row?
Sure. In the first row, there's a woman wearing a turquoise sari. She appears to be attentive and engaged.
describe the person sitting in the first row on the left?
Certainly. On the left side of the first row, there's a man wearing a light blue shirt. He seems to be focused on what's happening in the room.
Okay, can you describe the rest of the room?
Yeah.
Certainly. The room has rows of blue chairs with several people seated. At the front, there's a table and some plants. The walls are white, and there's a camera on a tripod capturing the event. It looks like a formal gathering.
So that's a simple demo. Okay, now can you read the piece of paper in front of you?
I'm not able to read the text from the paper.
So for some reason it's not cooperating. Normally it reads the paper.
It's any paper, yeah.
Yeah, but you can point any paper, like this is a flight plan. And even 5 minutes ago it was working. I don't know why it's not doing it. I'll give it one last try. By restarting.
I want to try some other document.
Okay.
Maybe the light is not.
Please, wait, I can switch it.
You want to just take a picture of it? No, that light is working.
That's right.
Can you read the document?
I'm sorry, but I'm not able to read documents. If you need help with something
Okay,
specific, feel free to ask.
So I'm going to take a picture and ask it to describe. So that's another way to do it. Right now I was trying to get it to do it live.
CA.
CPA is an app.
Can you describe the text in the document I just uploaded?
Can register with CPA, you just call, let's say the name and you can't see what's in your computer. You look in.
Can you describe the text in the document I just uploaded?
Somebody will pick up. So it's just like EMI app is also the same.
Okay, maybe because of the Wi-Fi connectivity or something, it's not working. But I'll take a video of this and send it to you so you can circulate it. It's actually very helpful and useful tool. So anybody can carry the power of AI. You just have to learn how to use it. So I recommend getting apps like Seeing AI, ChatGPT on your phone. Anyone can download it. Seeing AI is free. The version of ChatGPT I'm using is a paid version. But I think even the free version has the ability to look at images and text and so on. So let's go to the next. So I think I already spoke about digital assessment, testing and training. So we can skip this. Next. So I think I'm near the end of the presentation. Most of these topics have been covered. I already spoke about DAT. And again, if you are interested in enrolling any of your patients who are looking for jobs, a lot of times we have people who are coming, they're looking for employment and jobs. So it's, just I want you all to be aware that VisionAid has a lot of employment-focused programs. So please get in touch through Devi with our training team, and we will be happy to actually connect you with them. And please give them access to the employment-focused program. So DAT is one of them. Next. So this just shows the technology journey, right? For the last 20 years, we have brought many innovations and we have received many awards. I think the video already spoke about this. Next. I think this is the end of it. Can you go to the next slide? So I think that brings me to the conclusion of the presentation. And sorry about that. I'm going to give it one last try before leaving the stage. I'm going to give it one last try. I'm just trying to get it. We'll send a video about this. We'll create a video and share it with everyone. about how this technology works and how you can use it. So thank you, everyone.
I don't know how to thank Mr. Ramakrishna for that enlightening demonstration and talk that he just gave. I was really not expecting something like this. I was really enthralled with the possibilities that are available to harness, to make the lives of the visually impaired more inclusive and more participatory. Now, as we go ahead with this program, I'm quite compelled to stay here and listen to the whole thing, but I may not be able to do so owing to my other commitments. Now, one by one, our lead speakers are coming in, and Mr. Ramu Mutangi has just arrived. Welcome to you, sir. At the cost of repetition, I would like to give you a brief again. He is the CEO of SHG Technology that Mr. Ramakrishna just spoke about, and the kind of help he has extended to Vision Aid in bringing down the cost of technology, conducting the research, and making it accessible to the visually impaired needy is really commendable. Sir, I think we would request you to do something to get us through the Bangalore traffic. So thank you very much, sir. I welcome you to this very momentous occasion and look forward to sharing your insights with us. Over to you. Thank you.
I would like to invite Dr. Rajesh from the Department of Retina to felicitate Dr. Ram. Up next, we have an exciting demonstration by the Aura Self-Help Group, a team dedicated to empower, the innovation, and their work stands as a statement to resilience, skill, and the power of collective effort. Let's immerse ourselves through this inspiring journey.
Good afternoon to all of you. I'm sorry, something had me back, which just known to all of us. So I just want to talk to you about three things. One is our journey, our story first, and our journey, and then how with the help of hospitals like Shankar Eye Hospital and other leading eye hospitals, how we are moving forward, okay, and the kind of help that we would need from them. And then I always start my speech anywhere with one, I say always I look back for the dot, and Ram is the first dot, okay. It may be a repetition for you, Ram, and it may be, but I have to tell people how some people are very, very important. to make something, to make anything for that matter, either an innovation or a history, we need people. And Ram is one here in our journey. Okay, and the story is like, I have Sheila here. One day she called me, I was in the US, and then she says, sir, you need to talk to Visionate. And I told her, okay, then definitely talk. Here is the number. And then I called the number, and then it goes to Ram's phone, and it went into mailbox. And promptly he calls me back, and he says, okay, tell me more about yourself and the device that we are making, and you know about us. I said, I have gone through the website. I know you are providing vision aids to the visually impaired. Then I talked about the one that we were making. It was in a prototype. At the time, it was in a prototype. And then I said, we are trying to use artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then also machine vision to make a device that can be used by visually impaired. He said, it sounds interesting. Then afterwards, it went into, where are you? Which stage are you in? And then we don't, we are Visionate, as Visionate, we don't give grants to progress further. But what we can do is, I can connect you. If your device is proven, then I can place order. And then we were very far from making that state. We were not in production or anything like that. And then he's the one who said, Ramu, you can go to the next stage of production. Tell me how much would it take for you to go to production? And I gave him a rough estimate. And then within a week, I got the check. And then today, that check that came in, we made the products, and then we had it evaluated by Arvind Eye Hospital. He connected me to Arvind Eye also. And then like many other hospitals evaluated. And then it was a good product. We got a lot of feedback. And from then on, we went on to make many more models. And then today, we are so happy that the feedback we got from all these patients, and we found out there is a huge need for low vision. And then we made a device for low vision. And I was surprised when we made this low vision. Anita, have you tried the low vision device here?
I don't know, sir.
No. You haven't tried, right?
No,
okay. Yeah, we'll be trying. Okay, this low vision device is really helping many people. We did not know when we started our journey into development of this low vision device. We did not know it could solve so many problems. Okay, but it is doing. We'll have a demo of this and then also a detailed presentation on this. So let's go. I can do it. Really? Okay, our mission is very simple. The mission is we want to make an affordable device. That is the most important thing, because it should be affordable, otherwise it's not a product. That's what Dr. David Shetty says. Okay, we want to make an affordable device using the state-of-the-art technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning, machine vision, and to open a world of opportunities to millions of visually impaired. That's our mission. And this is the typical, why I project this slide is, this is the state of schools in India. This is the blind schools in India. This picture was taken from Kamala Mehta Blind Schools for Girls in Dadar. So please look at the children are looking very innocent, but do they have? But they don't have anything in their hands. They don't have any braille books. They don't have any visual aids. They don't have any reading material, but they are in schools. What they hear is what they learn. That is the state of schools in India. And then, like that, there are about 1.6 million children in blind schools today. And if they had, if they have about 30 to 40 years of productive life, how many productive man years we could add to our GDP? And in this context, I just want to mention, this is a state in India where we don't have any devices, where they cannot read any books. Whereas in the United States, they spend on an average of $240,000 on each special needs child, including visual impaired. That is the amount of money they spend. We don't spend any money. Okay, but with this kind of device, which is costing they can read. They can read means they won't be able to see, but it reads for them and they will be able to move on with their life. So this is a magnitude of problems that this not only for the people with blindness from birth, but this can also address problems like AMD, diabetic retinopathy, retinitis pigmentosa, glaucoma, vision loss due to stroke, and also optical nerve damage due to infection or accidents. So this is where our story started. So once we made our device, then there is an award instituted by Mrs. Sudhamurthy of Infosys Foundation, and then we applied for that. Out of 3,000 applicants, we were shortlisted, and we gave a presentation to the jury, and then we got the award, the first prize in this award, which is called Auroman Award. My elder sister, who is very close to me, then she was a diabetic patient, and she lost her vision due to diabetic retinopathy. And the doctors couldn't do much about it. So that started me thinking, what can we do? India has got the largest blind population. We account for 44% of the blind population in the world. Technology is available for everyone. But I thought, why not we apply these technologies for empowering blind people? And the answer was smart vision glasses. It is a wearable device, and it is actually a playing glasses. It uses the technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and machine vision. It has got a HD camera, and it has got a fax so that it can work under normal lighting conditions. We added a device called LiDAR. We located all the sensors in a small dongle, and then we attached it to the glasses, and then it is connected to a mobile phone. We have an app. What it does is, we capture a picture to the camera, and then through machine learning, we try to learn what is the picture about. Smart vision glasses have 5 features: things around you, reading more, walking instant, facial detection, and emergency mode. The most satisfying part when I received a mail from mother of a 10-year-old child saying that these smart vision glasses have not only changed the life of my daughter, but they also changed my life. I'm Rama Mudangi. My ultimate dream is to empower 1 million blind children with smart vision glasses in the next 1 decade. So that was our story and how it started. And then we continued the journey. I will show you the models. Next one. Next. Yeah, this is how our journey is. Initially, we came out with a device that had hardware on both sides. And what happened when we started trying it out on, they said it's heavy, and we don't want to, some children have to get, they just after 10 minutes, they get really met up and then they just take it out. Then we thought, why don't we reduce the hardware and then move the functions that are being done by the hardware to a mobile phone. So when we moved to mobile phone, then it became much lighter because the processing is done by mobile phone, and we just had only a few keys, and then touching those keys and you could execute whatever you wanted. And then now we have come out with, people said, we don't want a wire coming from the glasses to a mobile phone, because if you are getting into a metro or anywhere, then what it becomes, it gets entangled. We don't want to be seen with a wire. Then we came out with the latest model of a glass that has got no wires. It has got just a small dongle, okay, and it has. It is just a small dongle, and then I can put it on, and then it works on gesture. I can do like this, and then I can say I can put it in things around you, or I want to read, I can just do this, and then put a book in front of me, or I want to walk. It keeps giving the walking a state like that. And also, what it can do is now we have got generative AI. Generative AI. And also we have integrated what is called voice integration. It can be activated by voice. Sheila will demonstrate. I can say, read the book for me. Then I can say, I can read the book for me. Then it will start reading one by one. And then it can read any language. We have integrated all the Indian languages. That is, you can read Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Punjabi, Bengali, you name it. We put most of the Indian languages, and also it can read other languages. Okay? And then it can also read handwriting. That is one thing good about it. It can read handwriting, and also it can read, it doesn't matter whether I am holding this thing in any way, because it can sense and then it can read in the right way. Suppose if I am putting it upside down, still it can read. So it has got all the things. Now, one of the things that generative AI does is, suppose I am looking at you, and then who is in front of me, or what's in front of me, then what it can do is, it tells me you are in an auditorium, and then in blue seats, and there are people attending to the speaker, and some are looking like that. Like it describes each and everything of what is around me. So it helps immensely for a visually impaired person. It's like it just describes each and everything for him. And then you can also ask any question that they want. Like suppose I want to know what's the time, or you can ask like today, with the artificial, with the generative AI, you can ask any question. Suppose I want to know more about Shankara Eye Hospital. It will tell me Shankara Eye Hospital when it has, because it has the support of all the databases. So there is no, whatever help the visually impaired today can get from this device. Okay. And so we have this device. Now, even today, this particular device, people have asked us, even we don't want to be seen with a dongle outside. Because, in our experience, what we have seen is, nobody wants to be seen differently. They want to be seen with a stylish glass, without this. So we are trying to put all those electronics inside the frame. So that's going to be that's going to have a very high resolution camera, like about a 12 MP camera, and then with pretty advanced lidar to detect the obstacles in front of them. It has got 8x8 64 matrix, and then also it has got integrated wound conduction glasses. Okay, and then in a very stylish way. Okay, so this is the one that we are, and this would not have happened without the help of the users. Like, unless they try it out and then give us feedback, we cannot move forward. But today, I'm proud to say there are close to 7,000 users that are using it and giving us feedback, on a daily basis. Okay, these are the things I already covered.
Introducing the smart low vision glasses, the world's first low vision assistive device with multiple cameras to offer a large zoom range with great image quality.
This you will take it, right? Yeah. So we do have now, I covered what is this particular glass is completely for visually impaired. That means the people who do not have vision, it has got only audio output. But what we have during this journey of testing it with no vision, what we found out was there were lots of people, they say that we can still see, but we have some impairment. So the ratio that we found out was for every one person who has no vision, there are almost 7 people with low vision, one of the impairments. That's what we have seen. So we thought we started, what do we do about these people? Because people were forcing these glasses onto those people. They can still see, but they are not able to see certain things. They're not able to see, either they have central vision loss or peripheral vision loss or one of hazy vision or blurry vision like that. So we came out with a new class called a low vision class or augmented reality vision classes. Now I had asked Dr. Ganesh to come over and talk about this low vision classes. Do you have your presentation materials?
Good morning, everyone. So, I'm Ganesh Vardhan. I'm here to present Aura Vision. This is our low vision assistive device, which works based on augmented reality and machine vision, which is cameras picking up an image for the user, and then we do some digital alterations to make sure that they will be able to see it in a better fashion. So, low vision, I assume most of you are already familiar with. So, according to the statistics, around 7 out of 8 people who are visually impaired are people with low vision. And so, low vision, we'll split it based on visual acuity and their field of view or tunnel vision. So, both of those they have different criteria for mentioning whether they're low vision or blind. So, for blindness, the criteria is best corrected visual acuity of 20/400 or worse in the better eye, or 10 degrees or narrower field of view in the better eye. And so that is only around 50 million people around the world who have who are fit under those criteria. And the remaining 350 million people out of those 400 million people who are visually impaired are people with low vision, and they fall between 20/60 visual acuity and 20/400, or 10 to 60 degrees of visual field. So we are categorizing them into different types of visual impairment based on the field they affect or the impact they cause to the overall field of vision, blurry or hazy vision also. So the most common one is central vision loss, which is mostly due to macular disorders, macular degeneration, and things like that. So for this, the most common correction is magnification. So for near, you might see people using magnified glasses. For distance, they might use telescopes. So that is how central vision loss is generally being corrected for. And peripheral vision loss or tunnel vision, there are some representative slides on the right to make a visual representation of how it would look. And here, this is mostly caused due to glaucoma and retinitis pigmentosa, and this again is corrected through field expansion, which might be due to through reverse telescopes or prisms and things like that. And blurry or hazy vision, most often caused due to diabetic retinopathy, some cataract, and things like that. Cataract, you can surgically treat it, so we don't do any compensation for it. So here again, the compensation, this mostly needs digital compensation, because either magnification will work, or otherwise you need to sharpen the image to make sure the person is able to see. So, like I mentioned, there are a few low vision aids like magnifying glasses, telescopes, video magnifiers, CTV, and things like that. So the problems with those conventional low vision devices are all of them are range dependent. You can only use them for specific ranges, and in case you want to adjust the range, you either have to manually adjust the range, or they're just designed completely for a fixed range. Second one is task dependency. So based on the task the person is performing, they might have to use different visual aids to get a better visual output for the concerned task. Next one is a lack of hands-free usage. So most of the low vision devices currently will need at least one hand to operate the device itself, and then only one more hand is free. So that limits the person's dexterity and usability to perform different tasks. And finally, impairment dependency. So based on the type of impairment, they have to get different aids. So if a person has a RP with tunnel vision and reduced central vision, so for reading they might have to use a magnifier or telescope based on the distance they are reading. But in case of say they want to walk around, they have to use a field expander. So they would have to use different devices based on the type of impairment they have. And another thing is if you have different devices for different times, training becomes a little more difficult because they have to train for multiple devices at the same time. So most of these issues can be corrected for with electronic low vision aids. So most of the issues I mentioned are with optical vision aids. So with electronic vision aids, you can correct for most of these, but unfortunately, all of them are extremely expensive. And another thing is, none of them offer any correction for peripheral vision loss or tunnel vision. So they don't offer any sort of field expansion because they are all single camera systems. So this is where Aura Vision comes in. So the device is built like this. So this is the glass wearable device. So in the front, you have two high resolution cameras. So one with a very wide field of view, around 100-degree field of view, and the second one captures around a 30 to 35-degree field of view. So the reason we have two cameras is the wider angle camera would be for people who have tunnel vision to give a field expansion, and the second one would be for more visual acuity intensive tasks like reading or looking at distant objects and things like that. So similar to phone cameras nowadays, all phones have multiple cameras, 2, 3, 4 cameras. So similar to that, this takes the different cameras take over based on the task they're doing and how much zoom they require. And so the unit has been separated. So this contains the battery, the processing, and the controls, because this would be much heavier if it were housing all the different components needed for the entire functioning of the system. So this itself weighs only around 120 to 140 grams. Depending on what attachments you put together, but this one holds the bulk of the weight. And because it is a digital system, you can say you might have experience with the video magnifier where you can put on different filters. So this you can do it regardless of distance. You can use it for distant reading. You can use it to recognize bus numbers. You can use it to recognize signs, signboards, etc. And all the image parameters like contrast, sharpness, brightness can all be adjusted within the device. So these are some of the conventional devices that can be replaced with a single device. So telescopes are one of those. So for example, magnification wise, digitally you can achieve up to 20 times magnification with this Aura Vision. So telescopes and binoculars can be over. Another thing is it has autofocus. So regardless of distance, anywhere from 20 centimeters to optical infinity, it can automatically focus. So even the manual screwing of the telescope or having to use different devices for different distances will not be a concern for the user. Next is field expanders. So again, because the field of view pickup is 100 degrees, and if say a person has only a 10-degree usable field of vision, you can shrink it all the way down to the 10 degrees and then still get the 100-degree field of vision. Only limitation there would be whether they have enough visual acuity to use the compressed field. Because when we compress the field, the visual acuity becomes a more important concern. And video magnifiers, like I said, video magnifiers are limited to on-page or on-surface usage. So here you can use it for at any distance, and you have all the filters that a video magnifier usually comes in. Next was OCR readers. OCR readers is where they take a photo and then read out the material for you, regardless of language. So that can also be done here. Say if a person is struggling to read something even after magnifying, they can use OCR to just read it out for them. Next was CTV. So CTV used mostly for distant. So again, because it has autofocus, that is also being taken care of. And tinted glasses. So the device, tinted glasses and the glasses with side shields. So this is mostly for sensitivity. So the glass comes with a protection hood on the sides, which will protect the eyes from stray light for people who are having photophobia or even albinism people. It will be protecting them from very harsh light conditions, and only the display inside will be visible. Yeah, so this is a comparison of Aura Vision with the other devices. And, just take a look.
Yeah. They have something they want to show username. Also today.
How long will it?
No, we have to be, you don't know this one. Saturday, we picked up only one night. But in the office, they have. They want to try to with some people.
Oh, you dropped it with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Okay, so.
Yeah, you think that is, so you have.
Sure. You know the place.
Yeah. So this is how it will go inside the glass. So I just connected the glass output to the projector. So this is at the widest setting. This is as you can see, it is picking up pretty much the whole room. This is about 100-degree field of view, and I can adjust the zoom range as per the person's requirement. So for logging it down, this can be used by default. And I can shrink this into a much smaller zone, depending on the person's tunnel vision level. So the full view is around 70 degrees. Full view is around 70 degrees and inside the glass. So in the 70 degree, by default, you are getting a 100-degree view. And when I shrink it all the way down, it can go down to around 8 degrees. So as long as they have enough visual acuity to see the image inside, this can offer a very large amount of field expansion. And another way, if I go, as you can see, it switched to a zoom camera. This is a much tighter field of view. So this, you can see, it is picking up much more detailed information. So if I look at something and zoom in, it should automatically focus. Yeah. So this is at distance, and if I'm looking at something that is much more close up, it automatically focuses on whatever you hold up to the eye. And
Reading mode selected.
so here you have black and white things. So these are some video magnifier type filters.
And again, even in these, you can zoom in or zoom out up to the requirement. So this is inverse polarization, a white on black. This is blue and yellow, yellow and blue, black and yellow, yellow and black, and back to black and white.
Light is selected.
Go back to color. And then you have different adjustments for contrast, brightness.
Color blindness.
So all of these, we give it with some voice feedback, because if they are unable to see the menu itself, then they may not be able to set it up for it. So it comes with some voice feedback.
Reading mode selected.
In reading mode, you have one thing I want to show off is the medium window magnifier.
Window magnification selected.
So this window magnification only in the center. So they can retain a decent field of view peripherally, but then have a better view in the center. So this is another thing about correlation. So thank you.
For the certification of the test. Thank you so much, sir. It was really intriguing. Thank you, sir, for your intriguing session. It was really thoughtful and it was thought-provoking too. Now for the felicitation, I would like to call Dr. Shalini from General Ophthalmology to felicitate our guest, and via Mr. Amaya from via Accessibility to come and felicitate us.
Stage. Center.
Thank you everyone. The lunch for the gathering is provided outside. Please assemble again by 1:50 for the next session. Thank you.
Stop பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Stop பண்ணிட்டீங்களா?